Let's do it. Welcome to this April Fool's edition of Should Have Been on the Album. And while I'm not playing an April Fool's prank on you, it is a great chance to take a look at some truly weird B-sides. Today we're going to head back to the 80s and touch base with a one-hit wonder in the UK and Canada, and a band who managed to scrape together a second hit here in Australia. Who would have thought? Now, if you're from the US, you will have no idea who I'm talking about. And if you do, you are a rare breed indeed. Now, if this is the first time you've come to check out the show, my apologies. This isn't how we normally run things. So definitely check out some of our other videos. I'm sure you'll find something that you like there. Today, we're going to focus on the comedy, pop, rap, and whatever group called Morris Minor and the Majors. And if you've never heard of them, don't worry, you're about to get edumacated. So let's get into this wacky April Fool's Day edition of Should Have Been on the Album. Morris Minor and the Majors were a group formed in Britain in the mid-80s. By comedians and writers Tony Hawks. No, not that Tony Hawk. Paul Boris and Phil Judge. The group hit the charts in 1987 with Stutter Rap, a send-up of the Beastie Boys' No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Fight For Your Right. Performing under the pseudonyms of Morris Minor, Rusty Wing and Phil Up, Stutter Rap would reach number 4 in the UK, 14 in Canada and number 2 in Australia. They would try for another hit in 1988 with This Is the Chorus, a track produced by Stock Aitken and Waterman, and it would hit number 22 in the Australian charts. It parodied songs by Kylie Minogue and Rick Astley. Yep, I just rickrolled you. Sorry. The success of the songs, and in particular Stutter Rap, would lead to a TV series in 1989 called Morris Minor's Marvelous Motors, and the release of a third single called Morris Minor. However, neither were able to find an audience, and the band folded soon after. However, Tony Hawks would manage to get one more hit several years later, in Albania, which all came together over a drunken bet, and it even had Sir Tim Rice helping out. So we still count that as a hit, right? Shout out to all the Albanians watching. Anyway, today we're going to go back to the first single and check out its B-side. And it's called Another Boring B-Side. Another Boring B-Side was written by Tony Hawks, the guy who wrote all of the tracks for Morris Minor and the Majors. It opens with the band entering the studio and having to cut a B-side.
Morning, Phil.
Morning, Morris. Morning, Rusty.
Morning, fellas.
Yeah, what are we doing this morning then?
The B-side.
Oh, what? The A-side should be beside the B-side.
No, not that one, another one.
Oh. I'll go and tune the guitar, shall I?
Oh, don't bother with that. It's only a B-side.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, off you go, Morris.
And then we get into the first verse, where they admit they haven't spent any time on the track whatsoever.
Now you've whipped the record over, you're not sure what you will find.
Well, now's the time that you'll be made aware that we didn't spend much time on this. We didn't think you'd mind.
And if you do,
It's too late now,
and we don't care.
And just in case you missed the whole point, they sing,
So we'll be taking even less care from now on.
the singing might go off a bit, and the words won't have to rhyme.
And there's no line here.
the chorus tells you exactly what you're getting.
It's another boring B-side,
Another load of tat,
it has no redeeming features,
and we're really proud of that.
you're listening to the product of considerable neglect.
But for a lousy £1.80, tell me, what did you expect?
And then the band completely doubles down on the concept by giving you the title refrain.
It's another boring B-side.
Very, 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 very boring. Very, 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 very boring. Very, 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 very boring. Very, 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 very boring.
Right, we're definitely all on the same page now. The song is meant to be boring. Very, 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 very boring. Very. Musically, it deliberately sounds like a crappy bedroom demo with synth everything. It's not even cool, from the very generic bass line and the Casio keyboard drums, and a little plucked guitar in there for good measure. Yeah, it's throwaway bullshit. But that's the whole point of it. If you're going to call the song another boring B-side, then you want it to be boring. But lyrically, it's quite clever. And to pull off the whole thing sounding like they don't care, when it's clear that they do care, that they don't care, that they don't care, that they do, I don't know. Look, it's just a little bit of genius. Morris Minor and the Majors didn't ever release an album, so yeah. But was there enough material from the band for an album? Probably not. But after doing a thorough search, and I mean I searched a lot, I managed to discover that they had written and performed about 8 tracks. Is that enough? Maybe. But anyway, just for and giggles, here's how I would arrange them. Side A, number 1, Stutter Rap. Let's start with the hit. And then number 2, this is the chorus, the second sort of kind of hit, well, here in Australia anyway. Follow it up with the catchy B-side, So Near and Yet So Far. It's actually a cute little song. And then finish with Morris Minor, the third attempted single. Side B would have to kick off with another boring B-side because it's the B-side. Get it? Ha! Then followed up with Boring. Now, this is a song that I found that they did live once, and it's a lot like another boring B-side, but it's different. Even though the title and the sound is kind of the same, it's not the same. Song 3 is Good Morning Everyone. Now, this is another song that they did live once on a kids' TV show, and it's okay. Finally, let's finish with This is the Chorus, Japanese Writing. This is the B-side of This is the Chorus, obviously, but in awfully sung Japanese, which, to be honest, probably wouldn't pass the PC Brigade today, but it's still part of their catalogue, so it's got to go in. And there you go. That is the short and very weird career of Morris Minor and the Majors. What do you think? Drop your comments below if you even remember the band or have heard any of their songs. What are your thoughts about what they did? I do hope you've enjoyed this special April Fool's episode of Should Have Been on the Album. As always, if you have a legitimate idea for a rare track or B-side, or even a comedy one, that you would like me to check out, write it below or email me on shouldhavebeenonthealbum@gmail.com. But until next time, when normal transmission will resume, my name is Drew, and you've been watching Should Have Been on the Album. Cheers.
Very, 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 very boring. Very, 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 very boring. Very, very, very... Oh.
Follow it with the catchy B-side, So Yeah. So Yeah. Ugh. Probably wouldn't pass the PC Brigade. Try again. Then, Good Morning Everyone is another song that they did on a... can't get it out. But, until next time, where I promise we will... But until next time, where normal transmission will resume... That'll do. That'll do, donkey, that'll do.